So you want to know what Bayley has to say about Mercedes Mone, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, going to AEW? Really? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what that is, because my name is Andrew Ravens, and I've been covering the world of pro wrestling for over 10 years now for some of the biggest wrestling websites in the world. Now, Bayley and Mercedes Mone, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, they have a very interesting history. They have been good friends outside of the ring for over a decade now. They've been on camera together multiple times over the course of multiple years. Whether that be as opponents, whether that be as a tag team, or whether that be as support. Because if you look at Bayley, and if you look at Mercedes Mone, their journeys have always been intertwined together, and I still think that they are still intertwined, despite the fact that Bayley is doing big things as the women's champion in WWE, and Mone is making big money moves in AEW as the TBS champion, right? We have Bayley. She recently retained her championship over Piper Niven at Clash at the Castle. We have Mercedes Mone, who just won the TBS championship at Double or Nothing, and now is slated to make another title defense at Forbidden Door. Now, if you go back to their initial journey together in NXT, they are two women from the four horsewomen of WWE, alongside Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. They changed the business for the better. They changed the wrestling business industry from the inside out, and they did so by helping be part of the revolution, evolution, and now the golden era of women's wrestling. Without them, I don't think we get to where we are today when it comes to women's wrestling. I just don't. Now, yes, you can credit other people who have done that, but those two have been linked together for quite some time, and they still are. Even when Bayley has big moments, Mone is there. And when Mone has big moments, Bayley is always there. Whether that be when Mone made her New Japan debut, Bayley legitimately flew to Japan to be with her. Then you had, actually that was Naomi, but Bayley was there supporting wise. In fact, she may have been, I'm not for sure. Anyway, so then you have Mone making her AEW debut. Bayley was in Boston. You have Mone making her return to the in-ring squared circle, winning a championship. Who was there? Bayley in Las Vegas. They're always together, right? So that leads us to today's video. What did Bayley have to say about Mone going to All Elite Wrestling? And she was very frank, I'll be honest. This is what she had to say to Denise Salcedo I am so excited to see her take this to the next level. As much as I miss having her here, meaning WWE, wrestling to me still feels weird without her, but it's still like I have her in a different way, where I can tell her what's going on here and what I need to help with, and that I'm trying to do to make it better over here. The same goes for her. It's kind of nice we're able to help and grow two different companies, and separately. In a way, it's kind of better. So I'm so proud of her taking that leap and taking a chance on herself. She has so much to offer to the world. There is so much more that she can go and do and continue to be able to do. I'm really excited to watch her. Now I just get to be a fan. I can't be a tag team partner anymore, but I can be a fan. So interesting stuff right there, right? Let's pick this down. Let's break it down. Bayley, Mone, two notable names in the world of pro wrestling, two notable names in the wrestling industry, both in which are in elite levels in two different promotions. And so to her point, yes, Bayley can continue to expand and move forward what WWE has already built on the likes of Bayley and Becky and Mone and Charlotte and Rhea and Liv and Bianca Belair and Jade, while you have Mone, who has really helped AEW, not in the traditional sense of ratings and live event gates and moving tickets and interest, although she has helped some. I think she and Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter have really put a focus back on, not Jamie Hayter, she's been out for a while, but they've really been able to put a focus on AEW women's wrestling once again. Julia Hart is who I was thinking of. So Julia Hart, Toni Storm, and Mercedes Mone. They've been able to put a focus back on AEW's women's division. They've been able to grow said division, make that division mean something again. Willow Nightingale has also helped in that regard. They are doing really good stuff right now with women's wrestling, and it just so happened to be at a time where Mercedes Mone joined the promotion, and there was reports coming out about how AEW, they had the women's, segments, and then they had Mercedes Mone segments, just like you would have an MJF or a Chris Jericho or Swerve Strickland or a Will Ospreay segment. That is telling. That is what you should look at. So while them being able to change both promotions at the exact same time in different ways and for the better, I think that's great for the industry. And the fact that they can moan and, complain about, well, I don't like this and I don't like that to each other in different roles and different promotions and different spaces, and then change it from the inside out. That's another element, that's another layer, that's another peel of the onion with this discussion. I think that WWE is doing great things with Bayley right now. I think AEW has missed on a lot of things with Mone, but I'm hopeful that they can change things around and they can make things for the better, and the booking of Mone can get better. I think that they had some challenges, obviously, initially when she came in, considering she wasn't medically cleared to compete. That is always going to be a hindrance to the product and booking said product. I think the fact that they have started to use her more on television in wrestling roles now that she's medically cleared is a good thing. I still think she gets one of the better reactions whenever she comes out on a weekly basis compared to not only the other women on that roster, but also the women's division. So she is a plus, and whether or not you think she was justified whether Tony Khan was justified for paying the kind of money that he did for Mone and Okada and Will Ospreay and bringing back Jack Perry and putting the promotion really around the Evil Elite and bringing back MJF and the rise of Swerve Strickland as World Heavyweight Champion, I think where AEW is right now, the current state of the promotion right now compared to, say, 3 months ago, I think it's in a lot better place, and I think we should all be very grateful for that. And I look forward to seeing the continuation of Mone and of Bayley in their respective promotions going forward. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think? Hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next video.